Did you know that you can subscribe to the channel for free if you have Amazon Prime? It's true. All you have to do is sign into your Amazon account, and then go to gaming.amazon.com. On the left side of the screen, under your name, it will ask you to link your Twitch account. Once that's done, just head over to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/gamersledge. You'll have an option to subscribe using your Twitch Prime. It costs you nothing, but helps support the channel. There is one catch: it runs out in 30 days, so make sure you come back and click the subscribe button again next month if you want to continue supporting great shows like this one. Thanks for helping. Be excellent to each other. And game on.
There's new items in the merch store. Head to bit.ly/gamersledge merch. That's all one word, gamers, ledge, merch, to check out the newest, latest and greatest gifts like mugs, t-shirts, mouse pads, stickers and more. Show some love for the show creators. They get a cut from each item sold, whether it is a Notice Me Senpai DM t-shirt, or a mug that helps you clarify when a point needs to be made in conversation. There's still a few minutes left in the break. You've got time? We will be here when you get back. Visit bit.ly/gamersledge merch. Be excellent to each other and merch. I mean, game on.
Our first TTRPG Family Spotlight is on Dawn's Place YT. That's at Dawn's Place YT on Twitter. Dawn is a community member that has a blog where she does a deep dive and review on tabletop accessories and games. She also has a YouTube channel that you can get to from her Linktree. Let's see if we can't get some more subscriptions to her channel if you have the time to head that way. Her Linktree is linktr.ee/Dawn's Place.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
Works of Whimsy Studios is a high-quality craft maker who makes some of the best TTRPG accessories I've ever seen or purchased. I recommend heading to her Etsy store, where you can see giant D20 containers, jewelry, door frame art, and more, But in particular, you'll want to check out her book nooks. These are high-quality mini showcases that fit on your bookshelves between your books. I have one behind me you can see on almost any of my streams, and it's amazing. You can find any of Jess's links at her Linktree at linktr.ee/Works of Whimsy Studios. Abyssal Brews is a published TTRPG supplement and magic item producer. They give great advice on Twitter, and you can find their products on Ko-Fi, DriveThruRPG, itch.io, and Roll20. Their alternate travel system, Campfire, makes travel rules easy, fun, and I highly recommend it. Head to abyssalbrews.com/hub for all the goods. And welcome back, everyone. Where we left off, the group had just went through the portal from the magical book, and they are currently standing in a picturesque clearing leading westward through rolling hills with beautiful trees in the background and small markers that would appear to mark the path that they are intended to follow. And that is where we rejoin. Thank you. I'm trying not to do too much so that it doesn't crash again. But let's see if I can get that going for you. There you go. Now it should be good. All right. And if you're on mute, don't forget to unmute yourself. And let's pick up where we left off.
Well, we could follow the trail. Or, I would assume following the trail to find the dwarf is what we're looking to do, right?
Yeah, the path winds, basically west from where you came through the book. And as the book mentioned, there are posts that resemble sculpted stone lilies leading off to the west.
I'm just happy to be back in the woods again, so I'm more than happy to follow the sculpted stone lilies off to the west.
Okay. Give me a marching order if you would, please. Now that you're through the other side.
I assume I'll go ahead.
Okay.
I'll follow not far behind, I suppose.
Okay, so it's Meathless first, and then Dryzen.
I'll follow behind Dryzen.
Okay, and then Leo.
Follow behind Leo.
Itali. You guys could even walk two abreast if you want. I'm just, it doesn't have to be a single file line.
I'm not too far away from Bird Person, just out of curiosity.
Okay.
Quark, as usual, will be bringing up the rear.
All right, so it'll be Quark
Yeah,
and
you could actually fly.
You could actually
Could.
fly.
You could actually fly.
And then Hellman will just stare longingly.
Tripping over rocks.
So actually, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I didn't think about that. So yeah, Quark can take off and kind of scout from the sky.
Okay.
Hey, why are
Alright, so
Mitchell
then I'll
and
be-
Matt switch position?
Did they?
Well, I was just gonna let
Dang
it
it,
be.
I was
think-
trying
Yeah,
to.
we were
yeah.
gonna.
Mitchell and Matt, huh? That's going to throw everything out of cattywampus.
Wah!
Matt's now and Sean. Sean needs to go there. Is everybody in the
Oh,
right
that was
spot now?
easy.
There we
Yeah.
go.
There we go. Do you know I now have a scene for when 7 people are on, a scene for when 6 people are on, a scene for when 5 people are on, and a scene when 4 people are on. So yes.
Always prepared.
Sadly, not 8.
Well, it'll never be 8 because one is local.
Ah, true.
So 7 is the most, which is what we got today. So yeah, that's you. All right. Quark, you take wing into the air, and you see not far from here is a very beautiful spa and bathhouse. You can see that it takes up, it's kind of the road swings to the north a little bit. And then there is, let me see if I can get an overhead view of this so I can describe this a little bit better. Here we go. So basically there is a large building, and as you pass overhead, you can see that the backside is a bathhouse of some kind. And then there is some kind of shrine to the north of it and a tower to the northeast of it. And that's all that's around here probably for a good, I mean, you're not that far up, but miles. It's just forest beyond.
Okay. Quark will fly back down to the group and relay what he has seen with the resort or bathhouse of some type with a shrine to the north and a tower to the northwest.
He says that's where our man is.
Was the book some sort of advertisement?
I suppose, in a way. You know, this reminds me very much of an old legend I heard of a group of people that fed people flowers to keep them imprisoned. I don't like it.
This is an odd one.
What you just described was a bakery. You realize that, right? A bakery. A good bakery that keeps people from leaving, but a bakery.
I know not if you are joking, my good sir.
I believe he is. I believe it is the difference between flour, as in ground grain, and flowers, as in, you know, the things that grow on the ends of plants.
Okay.
Well, at least you leavened the mood with some humor.
Where should we be going?
Well, those are the only structures anywhere near here at all, and the stone lilies appear to be leading us in that direction. So I'd say we head on and stay the course.
Have you ever heard of anything like this, Mythilus?
Mark?
Has Mythilus ever?
I mean, like, have you heard of a spa
retreat
in the wilderness or a retreat in the wilderness? Sure. It's like,
I mean, usually we just go to hot springs.
Right. I mean,
somebody could have built some structures around them.
Yeah.
But I'm not aware of any hot springs that were in this area prior. Of course, I haven't been here in 30 years, so.
Does this mean that things improved when you left?
The eye roll is so strong.
Oh dear. Well, would you? I'll continue to watch over the group from the skies, just in case there's any sort of foul tomfoolery afloat, and I'll rejoin you once you approach the buildings.
So if you see some tomfoolery, will you caw caw?
It's more of a but yes, yeah, we'll let you know.
Hellman gets startled.
Great. You make your way towards the following the path. There's not anyone on the road or on the path along this way.
The path started where we got dropped in from the portal, right?
It did not, actually. It continued on back that way, but there were no stone lily markers. The stone lilies started where the portal entry was and go west. But the path does continue
directly towards the spot, right?
Correct.
Bakery.
So
just any place where you're forced to eat flowers.
I accidentally took ASOS with you all. No,
Yes, ASOS. Come through the portal.
Leave. He can't leave.
You can go to
What
the
if we
magic
what if we
spa.
stick him in a bottle? Can we put ASOS in a bottle? Can we have a ghost in a bottle?
You can try. Okay, so
Just a ghost.
Genie in a bottle, baby.
Please don't rub him at all. It's a family show.
Not even the right way?
Family show.
I think if you did that, there's not ectoplasm that's going to be coming out.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Dryzen is going to actually poke every single stone lily along the way.
Yeah, they're
like in the center of it, just like because he feels like it.
They're stone lilies. I mean, they're carved stone lilies.
Just as a small note, that's what he's going to be doing as we go along.
And of note, your screen may have gone black because we changed maps. You guys are all the way at the bottom.
Yep.
Copy.
Oh, hello.
And you are approaching the entrance, and there's a sign outside. There is another trail that leads west from here, but it converges with this trail. The trail winds north and kind of connects with this one and leads right up to the bathhouse. And there is a sign outside that says the Temple of the Restful Lily.
Still black for me.
You have to
There's
go,
a scroll.
You have to scroll all the way down.
Well,
You may need to zoom out.
Yeah, I got my
Scroll.
enhancement suite, and I'm like it's full black square for the entirety of the
Yeah,
screen, no matter
I
what the zoom
scrolled.
is on me. Normally, the solution for this is that you just need to reload roll 20.
Okay.
I'm making sure you can also see. That is the thing.
There's a torch there.
No, but if the token isn't set to be able to see, yeah. Like Leo, your vision was off. Now you should be able to see.
Yep, now I can see.
Yep. So let me make sure that.
The DM casts blind on Leo.
Congratulations, it's super effective. Edit.
I don't have blind fighting this time.
You do not have blind fighting this time.
This won't work.
Yep. You didn't have vision either. Now you have vision.
Ah,
Now you should
Is
be
it
able to
one
see
vision?
at the bottom.
it got real bright all of a sudden.
Is there anybody else that cannot see on the map?
Just for note-taking purposes, what was the name of the goddess in the book again?
Sune. Sune.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Yes,
This
so
is the Temple of the Restful Lily
the Temple of the Restful Lily.
to the goddess Sune.
It's a grand temple and bathhouse, and it's nestled in the center of a serene and ancient grove in the high forest, southeast. You'd guess southeast of Silvery Moon. It looks like the temple was. I mean, it looks like it's been here for a good while, maybe 100 years.
Does it look abandoned?
It does not.
Do we see anybody, or the grounds are just kept?
The grounds are kept, but you do not see anybody at the moment.
Time to investigate, I assume.
I mean, there's a pair of double doors directly in front of you, and then there's windows, but many of them have stained glass, so it's kind of hard to see through.
Could a snake get under the double doors?
Sure.
Send my familiar.
Okay. Looks like Zek is wrestling with his own familiar at the moment. Yes, your snake slithers under the doors. What's your instructions to him?
See what's around. Find people.
No sooner than he leaves, he comes back and lets you know that there's a person just inside the doors.
Is it a small hallway? Does it open into a large room? What's the person behind the door doing? Waiting at a desk for somebody to knock?
No, they're just standing, writing something in a book at a desk about probably 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 feet in.
I'm gonna open the door unless anybody else has a suggestion, or at least give it a knock.
Yeah. I think maybe you knock. That'd be good.
You knock and
Nah, just burst in, man.
I don't know that there's a bunch of books waiting, so not kicking down the door.
There was loose foot. You lose foot.
you knock, and after a moment, actually, I need to look real quickly. Stand by one. Okay. Yeah. The door is pulled open, and behind it is a very lovely young human woman, thin face, and she smiles and broadly and says, "Welcome to the Temple of the Restful Lily. Please come in." And she holds the door open so that everybody can go inside, and I will remove the thing so that you can see into this room. Hold on one second. Bam.
Well, that was a warm welcome.
Does she appear to be charmed at all, or under some kind of spell?
Make me an insight check. She doesn't seem to be. And she walks back. The door is propped open so that you can all enter.
Does anything smell funny?
I'll enter.
I'll follow behind and enter in as well.
Go. You guys can move yourselves at this point.
Yeah. Go into about here, probably.
The double doors open to the sound of a bell, and beyond the doors is a large lobby, the air heavy with the scent of fresh lilies. A desk stands at the center of the room, holding neatly piled papers and fresh-cut lilies in a vase. The dark-haired woman says, "Welcome, friends. Welcome in." As you all enter, freshen yourselves in our luxurious bathhouse, or perhaps you'd enjoy a massage, haircut, a shave, or a pedicure. Oh, road-tired feet, simply cry out for comfort. Whatever your pleasure, I'm here to serve.
We were looking for a dwarf that may have come this way.
Oh,
His name was Arthrax, right? Arthrax.
Yeah, Anthrax.
Arthrax.
Alex Ross.
Yeah.
She flips through her pages.
Falthrox Eodar.
I don't have any guests by that name.
Has a dwarf come through in the last day or two?
Not that I can think of.
Well, here's the question. Then, do we not even investigate here? Because this doesn't appear to have what we're looking for.
Well, that doesn't
Or is she
necessarily
lying?
mean they're being truthful.
Miss, do you are you aware of any sort of, shall we say, magical items that may be tied to draw one to this place?
She furrows her head and says, I mean, other than our spring that has been enchanted by the goddess Sune, no.
So you've never had travelers brought here by way of a, let's just call it what it is, magic book?
She starts to laugh. No, what?
What does the
Okay.
magic spring do? Like, does it heal or something?
It is known to help people with ailments, yes. And it is, it's very warm and very rejuvenating. Basically, people come from all over the world for it and our other services.
Can it heal this callus I have at the bottom of my toe?
May I?
I mean, why not? Might as well get taken care of. I mean, we're here.
Yeah, she looks at it and says, I'm sure one of our pedicures can help start the process, and then the bath would most likely help cure it, yes.
Dear Lord, Itali, cover that thing, please.
Well, since I'm here, I might as well be like Mythos and get the best care I can. This is free, right? You know what? Put it on his tab.
Whoa.
So
we are visiting your homeland. It is only appropriate that you pay for all of our spa treatments.
You guys are out of your minds.
You'll find our many
I've
services.
never been to this spa.
You'll find our many services and treatments are quite reasonable. If you would like to enter the bathhouse, it's 5 gold per person and includes the use of the enchanted baths, a comfortable robe, and a private changing room with a lockable trunk to store your weapons and equipment. If you would like lodging, if you'd like to stay overnight, it's 4 gold per person, and meals cost 5 silver pieces, and the lounge offers a wide range of beverages. Characters. You can all enjoy a haircut, a shave, or waxing for 2 gold, 1 gold, or 10 gold, respectively. Massages can be booked for 20 gold and last for an hour. And a manicure and pedicure cost 2 silver pieces, but the pedicure might incur an additional fee depending on the cleanliness of the customer's feet. And she looks at you, Atali.
Yeah, I wear socks.
What about the tower just northwest of here? Is that a part of this facility as well, or is that something separate?
That's where the owners live.
Who are the owners?
The spa was created by freaking text. One second.
You guys should know this wasn't in any module. Mark actually did a whole bunch of research on spas to get all of these prices correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went to like
It's
10
super
spas in one
expensive.
day.
The spa was created by Morgana, Arisa, and Greensong. They're all elven sisters.
Can I history check that?
Sure.
Green Song?
Yes.
Have I heard of them?
No.
Do they take private guests up there? Long story short, a rather depressed dwarf walked through a magic portal opened by a book that led, well, us here, presumably him as well. I'm just, Quark's just going for it at this point. And if he didn't come here to the spa, mayhaps he was entreated by the tower?
Oh, no, just the sisters live up there, and they don't generally entertain guests. They're usually here on the grounds. You're free to ask about, of course.
Thank you.
But can I interest any of you in our services?
Services are surprisingly expensive.
Well, Quark doesn't really hear about anything that sounds like something he's really interested in. So, if you excuse me, I'm going to go explore further around the facility here, and he's gonna go back outside and see if he can track down a sister or three.
Okay.
Is use of the spa or bathhouse included with staying the evening?
Unfortunately, no. That is an additional charge.
How much?
5 gold for entrance to the bathhouse and 4 gold for staying overnight, with meals being 5 silver.
5 gold doesn't even include a meal? Just a bed?
Oh, the 5 gold is for the bath.
Oh,
That's
4
another
gold.
4 gold for the room, and then 5 more silver for food. So roughly 9 gold, and then another 5 silver.
Almost 10 gold.
Yeah. Which you would probably leave the remainder of the 10 gold as a tip of some kind to the
Maybe you
service.
rich guys would. Always leaving tipping everybody golds.
It's
Ridiculous.
it's a 5 silver tip. It's a 5 silver tip. But Dryzen is well, milady, I must say, I heard tell that an favorite author of mine that stops by here from time to time. Do you know a Miss Silverleaf that stops in from time to time?
I can't say that name rings a bell. What does she look like?
Was there an image in the book of what she looked like? I'm afraid most of her works don't include an image of herself, unfortunately.
It would be quite a treat to get an author through here. We don't get, we get many visitors, but to be honest, not many of notable fame like that.
I see. Well, I would like to take a room for myself and dip in the springs.
Very good.
And a meal for the evening, for the day as well.
Of course. If you would, I will prepare that for you. Might I recommend relaxing in our lounge?
Is that another additional fee or no? I don't remember.
If you purchase drinks, yes.
I shall rest there for a bit then.
She points to the, you know what, the torch is all the way down there, sorry. No. There you go now. Well, right. The spark is down there. Now we can begin to see a little bit more on the stream. Except I got to move it. Hold on. There we go. So she points over to the door to the east for the lounge, And as you're leaving, Quark, she kind of motions to the left, to the western door, as you say you're looking for a sister.
Okay. So I
Well,
guess.
off to the lounge.
Okay, so who's going? Dryzen's going to the lounge. Who else is going where?
I'm going to the lounge.
There's a person in my lounge.
So this
Okay,
is
to
like
break-
a resort, not faith-based.
It seems that way.
It seems that way.
Though they
Okay,
did
then I'll
mention that the
ask.
pond was blessed by Sune or whatever.
Yes, they did mention that the
Oh.
bathing area is blessed by Sune.
I was just trying to think if Shelter of the Faithful applies or not.
You could definitely ask.
Oh, wait, what's her name again? OC.
I don't think she gave it.
She didn't.
Oh, Miss, what is your name, if you don't mind my asking?
She doesn't. Mark does. Stand by.
Yeah, Mark does.
Mark's got to find her name again. Hold on. Oh yeah, I know how I can find it. 1 second. Oh, not that. Sayeth is her name.
Sayeth.
Yes.
Okay.
She says, "I'm Sayeth. How may I be of service?"
Out of curiosity, I might wonder if you share the same beliefs and faiths that of an acolyte myself, the of Eldith. I may wonder if you share any faith based around this spring here.
I don't understand your question. I mean, it is truly miraculous that Sune has blessed our bathhouse. If that's what you mean.
Okay. I don't think that would apply, though.
I don't understand what you're asking.
I just say I don't think it applies out of character. I don't think it applies because it had to be my
ask
faith.
her in character. You never know.
Ask her in character. Might myself and my cohorts be able to stay here for a night, based on the faith of your Sune and myself as an acolyte of Eldith?
Permit me a moment. And she leaves out the side door into the lounge, and you all see her walk up to the ones of you that are in the lounge. See her walk up to the woman that kind of flitting about from table to table. 1 second. I have done myself a disservice here. Hold on 1 second. Making it easier for myself. There we go. So there is a slender moon elf with smooth black hair and sparkling sapphire eyes that seems to flit between the guests, talking and laughing, and perks up as all of you enter. But then Sayeth comes in and walks up to her, and Morgana, the moon elf, nods and then whispers something back to Sayeth, and Sayeth nods and then leaves the room.
You just got her fired.
And Hellman, you see Sayeth come back in, and she says, I spoke with one of the sisters, and she said they would be more than happy to accommodate you for an evening at no charge. But unfortunately, due to the size of your party, the rest would need to pay.
If they shall pay, then I shall pay too. It's only worth it.
elbow you in the ribs. Take the stuff for free, man. What's wrong with you?
I thought you were in the lounge.
Oh, my bad.
Yelling from the lounge. Hey,
Take the free stuff.
take the free stuff.
I heard you
Spence
offering
was
to pay, you
tingling.
big dummy.
While I'm sitting here, can I see if I can recall anything from my time in the city about Sune? If I would have heard anything, if I would have.
I mean, make me a history check. It's gonna be a pretty high difficulty because you've had other things to learn quickly.
Right. You said history.
History, yeah. Well, that's a pretty good check.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do. Do you happen to have your player's handbook?
I think my dad actually has it. I'd have to run upstairs and acquire it from him.
Ooh, so your high roll not only makes you read stuff, but also makes you do physical activity. I like where this is going.
All right, I'll be back.
It's making me put my glasses on stream, so I don't feel bad about you having to run upstairs.
Would me coming from a religious family, would I know about this temple to Sune?
No, you have
So
no
that
idea.
19
Yeah, you have
really
no
was-
idea where exactly this is. You've got kind of like a pretty good guess that you're probably, I don't know.
Am I feeling like this place is BS? Is kind of my thing. I'm feeling like, you know, at these prices, nobles would have heard and visited, and I'm
All right,
third generation religious. Like
So-
my mother's a high priestess, my sister's a high priestess.
So now that you're in here, you do see 3 other people in here. They're not on the map just because I didn't want to build tokens for everybody. But you see, let me see here. You see a drow. You do see a dwarf noble. And you see a rock gnome noble that are all sipping on drinks here.
What is a drow doing in the elven forests?
Wow, racist much.
It
Yeah.
is kind of unusual. It is not unheard of, but it is unusual for sure. So that would be when you have the book. Why can't they do this the easy way? Always. I'm looking for the page for you, Mitchell. $293 to $299. So you would be Yeah, it's page 294, I think. God, it's so light, I can't read it. Yeah, 294. 294, Sune, goddess of love and beauty, life and light. The face of a beautiful red-haired woman. And in fact, I would go through that section, and every similar god you learned about at the same time from all of these. Somebody was paying attention in class that day. Okay, now I can see the TV screen again. Quark.
Squaw?
Squaw?
Yeah, I went through the west door. I'm breaking rule number 1 and breaking up the party.
Yeah, I know. Give me 1 second. So, go ahead.
Does this building look like Elvish construction?
Yes.
So it follows the rules of like Elvish architecture.
Yes.
Okay.
A great question. And the answer is yes. So, Quark. An iron fence overgrown with ivy surrounds this small garden. An earthen path weaves between a scattering of trees, flower bushes, and stone benches. Various iron weights, wooden poles, and heavy sacks are strewn about the place. And you see an elf with auburn hair. And I got to stop trying to click on it on the stream and not the map. A sun elf. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Please enlighten me. A slender moon elf with smooth black hair. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. A somewhat sun-tanned, darker-skinned sun elf with red hair is in the yard, and a couple other guests of the temple are here walking towards the door that you just came through. They look exhausted, and they're clutching aching limbs. While you hear the elf going, "Good job, guys! You did your best." And she sees you, and she says, "Ah, newcomer. Would you like to participate in one of my workouts?"
Perhaps after a bit, but first I was curious. We were sent here on a task to search, and the stupid elf's name I've forgotten again.
You mean the dwarf?
Dwarf, yeah, him. Falthrax, is that right?
Sounds right.
It's written down here somewhere.
Scarfcroft.
Falthrax Leader, yeah. We were sent on a task to find a dwarf by the name of Falthrax, who we believe came through these parts. However, your receptionist does not seem to remember a dwarf coming through here any time in recent history, and we were wondering if perhaps he somehow showed while she was otherwise occupied, or didn't come directly to the temple here.
She rolls her eyes. Saith has the memory of a sieve. So I'm not surprised. We have a dwarven noble guest here now. Could that be your person you're looking for?
Perhaps. Not fully sure of his lineage. He was working as an archivist at a library. So if he came here how we believe he did, he would have been in gray robes with gold or silver trim.
Can't say that I've seen any dwarves wearing that, but how about we make a friendly wager? And she grins very toothily, as if about to devour a bird.
I don't think I caught your name, madam.
My name? Oh, well, I'm Azarisa. What is your name? And she runs her finger down the tip of your beak.
My name, madam, is Quark. I am a member of a group of adventurers known as the Menagerie, who are taken on this task on behalf of our client to find this individual. So I could be entreated to a wager, perhaps, if it suits our end goals.
How about this, Quark? If you can complete 3 of my activities, I will give you a magic potion.
All right. And if I cannot complete them?
Well, then I win. And she grins at you.
What type of activities are we speaking?
Oh, I don't know. And she leans back against one of the posts. She says there are squats. We could do a tug of war. Some chain skipping. I'm sure a big, strong bird man
Hollow boned hero like yourself.
can handle a little physical exertion. She grins again.
Well, madam, if you are willing to introduce us to the dwarf who you do know is staying here, along with this potion which you have wagered, I imagine we could come to an agreement.
Great. And she basically comes and stands next to you, and she says, let's start with squats. And so what I need you to do is I need you to make me 3 constitution checks.
Okay. 3 con checks.
She says, we'll start with basic squats. And down. And up. And down. And up.
Come on. There we go.
And down. And up. So
we don't make it through exercise 1.
So basically, you do the first squat and you're like, I've got this. I'm going to kick her ass. And then you go down for the second one and you hear crack, crack. And you're like, uh-oh. You don't even make it fully all the way up on the second one. And then by the time you go back down for the third one, you're sitting on the ground.
Derp.
She stands up and says, oh, well, at least you tried your best. And she grins and walks back over to the post she was leaning on.
Well then, I do believe I could do better. Could I have a redo?
Double or nothing. Double the potion.
Double
or
the potions,
she doubles
double
her
my
winning.
soul that she's going to eat.
She says, I tell you what, come back in an hour and we can try again. I have a session that I must do with one of the clients here, and once that's done, I'm all yours. And she grins at you again.
Very well. I will see you in an hour. Where did everybody go? As he murmurs to himself as he slowly and achingly walks away.
just like the people that you had seen come through earlier.
Now I get it.
Okay. So, in the lounge, so actually, let me first resolve one other thing. Leo.
Yeah. So I approach Zach and I explain that I think that the ground zero are just simply too suspect. I don't believe that this exists naturally based on what Methlus had sent to me in a message. So can you cover me? I'm going to fly Tika around the building and I'm going to look for anything that's out of the ordinary. Just double tap the shoulder.
Right.
And you do so. It actually looks like well-built elven architecture. It would appear that the shrine to the north.
Should I just like move my character tile around the building so that I can see?
Let me do it for you. Let me find you. Where are you? Oh, you're all
Next
way,
to Zach
you're
out
all the way
front.
down there. Yeah, hold on 1 second. So this shrine up here to the north seems to have some. It looks like it's slightly in a state of disrepair. Let me look at one thing here. Give me a second. Yeah, so the shrine up here looks like it's a crumbling stone building that must once have been a beautiful shrine. Engraved images of Sune are visible on the moss-covered stones, her face gazing down on the path by which the faithful would have approached. Stone doors at the front of the shrine appear to be sealed shut by some sort of thick, clear resin, and a faint inscription is visible above them that says, "Welcome, dearest ones. Come and find the beauty within you."
Okay. And then I'm sorry, I'm not going to move myself that much. The one that's to the northeast, that's the tower that the sisters are presumably in?
Yep.
And then there's nothing beyond these of note or interest?
Nope.
Anything in the grounds around or about focusing on the shrine to Sune? Looking for things like tracks, footprints, signs of any recent activity, traps even perhaps on or about the door, the stones in front of it,
What is your passive perception when you're using Tika?
Tika's, didn't we rule that we use my perception because I'm looking through eyes? I need to look up like the perception of a raven, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Well, I need to look up the CR0 raven. I don't even know if I have that marked here. Oh, wait, no, I took this down at some point.
Well, short answer is, as of right now, no. You don't see any tracks. You don't see any movement.
My perception's a D20 plus 3.
Okay.
And for Tika.
Okay.
You want me to roll one?
You can if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so it really does look like it is completely abandoned. You do not see any fresh footprints or anything like that. It doesn't look like it's in disrepair, but it looks like somebody tried to kind of seal it off so nobody hurt themselves, is the gist that you're getting there.
I'll relay this to Zach standing next to me as I'm flying about. With the tower, how tall is this tower? You may have said it before, but I might have missed
I
it.
did not. Let me. So it's a finely crafted stone tower that rises among the trees, not far from the bathhouse. A statue of a sharp-featured winged elf crouches above the front door, whose bright red surface is decorated with golden swirls. And are you going to tell me how tall the tower is? I'm thinking the answer is no. I'm scrolling up to see if it says it earlier. Hold on 1 second. It does not say specifically how tall it is, but I would say it probably goes slightly past the treetops.
Okay. Any windows of note on specifically the temple, then on the tower, trying to get Tika to look in through any types of windows or perch on sills.
I'm trying to be specific about what you are asking. Are you asking about the shrine to the northwest, or the temple, or the temple to the south, or the tower to the northeast?
Shrine to the northwest. What temple to the
temple
south?
of the Restful Lily is the name of the bathhouse.
Of the bathhouse. Got it. Okay. Right. No, I'm starting with the shrine to Sune.
Okay. So it looks like the windows have been coated by the same resin type substance as the door.
And it's an opaque resin.
Yes.
Does there appear to be any light coming from inside?
No.
Okay. There's no other alternate entrances or anything around the back so far as I can see. There doesn't seem to be like a vent anywhere. Is part of the roof crumbling at all, for example, where we might be able to penetrate in?
I don't believe so. I am double checking that for you right now. Actually, yes, there is a hole in the roof. And it looks like it's about a 30-foot drop from the hole in the roof. Yeah. So that could be a way in.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna, instead of doing that, I'm gonna go over to the tower and see if there's any type of windows there that I might be able to garner some type of information about the interior of the tower through.
You ask very good questions. A moment, please. I am going to say it's dumb when they give me all that detail about one building and not another. I'm going to say that the few windows there are in the tower are either stained glass or covered with that resin as well.
And the doors to the tower itself don't have any resin on them.
No. To the tower, no. Not at all.
Okay. And then lastly, as I double Tika back around, having gone up the left side, I'm going to drag her back around the right side and see if I see any types of windows to investigate on that side as bringing her back.
Sorry, you were investigating on the backside of the temple?
Yeah, correct. The backside of the temple and then down the right side on a return.
Got it. So the backside of the temple, you can see stained glass windows that lead in, that like shine light into the bathhouse portion. And you can see various guest room windows along the eastern side of the building.
Nothing of note in any of these guest rooms, like dwarven plate armor or
No.
something of that nature.
No, not that you can see just flying by.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess I'll yield for. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna relay the information to Zek.
Okay.
So that he understands it, and then I'm going to cast message to Mythilus and say, "Hey, I've got something for you to take a look at."
Can you hit the speech bubble on message?
What am I talking about?
Message.
Hit the speech bubble.
Hits the speech bubble so that I can...
so we can see the spell.
On message, sure. Sorry,
No
I'm
problem.
understanding the question. Character sheet spells. Message.
Okay. Thank you. You are definitely within that, so no problem. I couldn't remember if the range was 120 or 30, so thank you. Okay, perfect. So, Zach, is there anything you would like to be doing while you're keeping watch for Leo?
Just keeping watch, seeing if anybody's noticing us or taking a weird look at the two people sitting out here. That's about it.
Yeah, you don't see anyone the entire time.
That makes it easy.
So, back into the lounge area.
Yes.
After Saith comes in and speaks to Morgana, Morgana strides right up to you, Dryzen, and says, "Ooh, new visitors. Welcome to the Temple of the Restful Lily." And she smiles.
Pleasure is mine. Also, as I say that, does anything about her clothing or appearance or anything on her or about her trigger anything from my sudden recollection and insight into the divine?
No.
Okay. A pleasure to meet you, milady.
She says, "Call me Morgana. And your name, sir?"
Dryzen.
Dryzen. What an interesting name. You're most polite.
Well, thank you. I was raised amongst the nobility of my area where I grew up.
Do we have more nobles visiting? Fantastic.
Yes. Well, not quite. I just worked for them.
Oh. Mythilus, she's pretty. Big blue eyes. Big blue eyes. She seems on the up and up. I'm watching you talk on mute. It's the best. Yeah, she's very charming. Seems to be completely into visitors, and she says, "Tell me about yourselves. What brought you here? Is it just the two of you strapping young men, or are there more of you?"
We came as a group, a rather large group.
We love groups.
I'm sure. We were actually called here in a way by Lady Sune herself through an artifact of hers that was enchanted.
Really?
Yes, it was quite an experience, I must say.
Do tell.
Well, we came upon a book in a library, believe it or not, called The Price of Beauty. Have you heard of it? Written by Miss Silverly.
I can't say I have.
It was filled with the most wonderful pictures, I must say. The most beautiful picturesque scenery I've ever seen.
Was it of the area here? Because you'll
Some
find
of it was.
none.
Some of it was indeed.
The views and the greenery around here are second to none. It's why we built here.
I believe it. The land here is exquisitely beautiful.
And it's just far enough away from the city that those that wish to visit can, and it's not onerous for them to make the journey. Is that where you came from, Silvery Moon?
Actually, we came all the way from... Sorry, Mitchell's blanking on the city name now because he's... We came actually all the way from Waterdeep.
Waterdeep? That is a journey. You must be exhausted. Are you staying the night?
Yes, we are. Well, some of us at least are planning on staying the night, I believe.
She puts her hand on your arm. Fantastic. Has anyone told you about our rejuvenating baths?
I believe your receptionist mentioned it. And I'm actually planning on visiting it myself.
You will have a most exquisite time. And if you need anything, let one of us know. I happen to own the place, she says.
How wonderful. How delightful. Well, I look forward to getting to know you better, Lady Morgana.
Absolutely. And what of you? You must be a noble. Look at your fine haircut, your fine clothing.
Well, Morgana, coming from Silvery Moon and having been there for generation upon generation, I find it odd that I've never heard of your establishment before.
Well, we've been here for just a short period of time, about 100 years.
Well, short by our standards. Is she elven or what is she?
No, she's a moon elf.
Short by our standards, maybe, but a century is still a century for a building like this to have stood with the finery and the amendments that you offer, especially at the costs. For me to have not heard of it.
Well,
find it strange.
I can tell you many things. The first of which is our chefs, second to none. We spared no expense. Our pool, our bathing area, is blessed by the goddess herself. One night soak in that, and you will be feeling right as rain.
You have a shrine to Sune?
Unfortunately, it is in disrepair. We do, and we did. But there was an accident many moons ago, and we had to close it off.
And you've not repaired it?
Unfortunately, no. The damage was so extensive that it became dangerous, and we thought it was better to simply seal it up.
Well, milady, if you don't mind me saying, me and my friends rather excel in the areas of dangers. If you would want us to take a look to see if we could aid with any troubles you may be having with it.
Really?
Quite.
That's not a bad idea. How many of them of you are there?
I believe
few.
there are 7 among our number. I think.
Ah, my God! Can I throw an elbow in his side? Shut up! Dang it! Quit telling her everything.
Her eyes go wide. 7 of you. That would be helpful. Have you already spoken with Saith about obtaining a room for the evening?
Yes, I have at least. I don't know about my compatriots.
Perfect. Let me discuss with my sisters, because if you can help us with the problems with the temple, then we could reopen and
What caused
restore
the
it.
damage to Sune's shrine?
Let me ask for your patience for just 20 minutes to confer with my sisters, and I will return and tell you the entire tale, if they agree. But with a formidable force such as yours, I think they will agree. And she bows her head to you, and she leaves out the door.
I'm gonna turn to Dresden. Has anybody ever told you you don't have to tell everybody everything?
Of course, though in this situation, I believe a bit of transparency would behoove us, as they would see our number anyway if we were to accept their proposal and us going in there. Plus, I just got us access to the most restricted location in the compound.
Yeah, I don't know if got us access or sent us to a trap are the proper terms.
Potentially, I suppose. But if it is a trap, I suppose, well, then we know it's a trap, and we can consider that in our movements moving forward.
I messaged this information to Leo about a odd story that might be coming up to tell us why the shrine to Sune has been closed, and that Dresden has possibly offered our assistance in checking it out.
Which direction did she go?
She went back to. Did she go back to the main entryway?
She did.
Does that cover me? And I'm just going to take Tika as like high as possible, like textbook bird's eye view kind of thing, just to kind of circle around the top to see if she leaves to go to the tower primarily, or if any figure does from there.
Got it. I need a moment. Okay. Stand by. You guys went a left turn, and I was somewhat prepared for it, but not fully. Just give me 1 second. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So after a few minutes, Morgana returns, and she bids you to a chair over here on the right side to take a seat, and she motions for you to sit with her around this table. Are you going as well, Methless? Okay. She says, we are 3 sisters, and we know a small amount of magics, but not a lot. And about 10 years ago, about 10 years ago, a creature broke into the temple, the shrine, and we managed to trap it there, but we do not have the means to exterminate it. And so we thought it better to seal the temple, keep it from getting out and terrorizing the landside as well as killing us.
A sound decision.
It is a hideous Medusa. I do not know why to this day that it decided to break into our shrine. I am only glad that we were able to get out alive and then seal it in. This is why we have kept it sealed all this time. At first, we thought it would simply die of starvation or something along those lines, but no, it still lives, and it's still inside the temple.
I see.
If you can dispatch it for us, we will gladly pay you a reward.
Might I make one more request upon our completion of this?
Yes. And if you're talking Meatless, you're on mute. And now you're dancing on mute.
Yeah, dancing is what I was doing. It's going to take more than just the 2 of us to agree to fight.
Of course.
Something of that.
Of course. We would have to converse with our allies before we can agree to anything.
Of course.
But if we were to accept, we also came in search of a friend of ours.
Oh.
I would ask that if we complete this for you, that you share any information that you might have on them.
Of course.
All right, then. Give us some time to converse with our allies, and we will get back to you as soon as we've made a decision.
I will be here in the lounge.
See, I personally distrust her. I don't think my character would trust her because I'm feeling distrust of the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to insight again and see if she's being
Absolutely
honest? Oh God.
I mean,
I will also just actually. Can I? Well,
did I mention she has really big blue eyes?
Yeah. Just
I'm
wonderful
gonna-
I mean,
blue eyes.
pools of radiance.
I doubt I'll do much better, but
Stand by.
I've got to be the most trusting, dumbest thief in the history.
But you're an elf. She's an elf.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
Check your messages for 1 second.
But jumbas are a hell of a weapon.
Yes, I see it, Mark. Message. Transmutation cantrip. Is that what you wanted?
Yes, that was it. Thank you. I don't remember the command.
One second. Of course. Let's do that.
I tell you what. Hold on 1 second.
There.
Oh,
That should work. Except not the
yeah. No, I got it. I got it. I got it. Thank you.
I tried quotes. I tried other stuff. Nope. Coding is wrong. Coding is wrong.
So, Dryzen,
yes.
you think she is telling you the truth? That there is a what did I say? Medusa in the shrine, and that they trapped it in there because they couldn't figure out what to do with it.
Okay.
Something's niggling you, but you don't know what it is.
Okay.
Minorly.
So I have a tickle, but I don't know what the tickle's about.
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, as we go to start gathering up our comrades, Dryzen's going to pull out a small notebook and actually start physically writing up a contract for this.
Okay. And are you guys going back to the main room?
Yeah, I don't have any long range communication ability, so I will head back that way.
I have moved all of you there now, except for Leo and Zach, who are still outside.
Right. Hellman, Kwokatali.
Yes.
Let's gather outside for a moment with the other two.
Before that happens, we'll retcon for just 1 second. Hellman, was there anything you wanted to do specifically?
My character is doing exactly what he was doing. Just, I have a weird suspicion myself about the area. Everything seems too nice. I'm a little skeptical. So I'm standing off to the side, making sure I don't see anything suspicious looking.
Okay. So then Dryzen comes in and says all that, and everybody heads outside?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I will grab all of you and put you near each other. Oh, some of you swallowed up. Other ones.
It happens.
It does happen.
One gets hungry, you know.
And Dryzen. And Hellman. And that's how you make mayonnaise. All right. Everybody's out there. Let me move the stream accordingly. There you go. You have all now gathered outside. And there you are.
All right, so I have given us an option, or I've got us an option. The sisters here have imprisoned a
Sleepy, thank you for the raid. You're a rock star. Oh, I thought I muted myself. I guess I didn't. My bad.
have imprisoned a hideous Medusa within a shrine to
Sleepy, thank you for the raid, man. You're a rock star.
Here.
Welcome
on
in,
the
raiders.
premises.
Hello there.
And I have offered our services to remove it in exchange for information and other rewards.
Wait,
Now,
Other rewards.
Hello there.
do they have?
I did not hammer out the finer points of that, as I figured it was better for us to discuss
We're doing good.
whether
We're
we
playing
should even
D&D.
take this in the first place.
So sadly, no raid video
Now,
tonight when we're doing D&D. But
I want you
I
all to
appreciate you
understand
coming in. I
that
appreciate you.
we don't have
Congrats,
to do this.
man. How did the?
What
However, I think it
information
is
are you aiming to barter for? Sorry.
information on our friend that we are looking for, the dwarven fellow.
Why wouldn't they just tell us about where a dwarf was? Why do we have to go
They
kill a
are-
Medusa for that?
Hiding something, and I figure it's better to, in my line of work, I found it's better to ask for such things after one has performed a service of good. It makes people more willing most of the time to share information they might not otherwise. Now, I will admit, something about this does not sit right with me. They are hiding something. What? I don't know. So we should be extremely cautious moving forward.
Methalus, what's the law look like around here?
The law?
Yeah.
Like, how do they feel about citizens?
It's nothing like Waterdeep. Don't cause
Okay.
damage to the forest, and you're unlikely to run afoul of the elves. But again, Silvery Moon is some distance from here, and this area itself, I've never heard of. They keep saying they've been here for a century, but I don't like it.
For this to be out in the sticks like this, you'd figure there'd be no off-site response if there was a commotion here.
Oh no, yeah, this is definitely, we're on our own. I feel the sisters are the ones who enforce the law around here. And while she's got big, beautiful blue eyes, I'm still feeling untrusting of the entire, this whole thing.
And I would
feels
concur
wrong.
with that. But I can tell you, it is a Medusa in there, and they have locked it up because they don't know what else to do with it. As to how it got there or something else, I don't know. But something
No,
isn't
the
sitting right.
why.
We've only seen two sisters, if I am counting correctly, yes? And a
I've
Medusa
only
is
seen the
formed.
one.
That's correct.
Well, I interacted with another. You were talking
Okay.
to, was
Morgana,
it Morga-
Lady Morgana. Yes.
And I was speaking to the person who I wrote down because, memory doesn't work at all. Yeah, Sayeth. No, Sayeth was the.
No, Sayeth was the.
This is the.
It's Azarisa.
Azarisa. I swore I wrote it. Oh yeah, there it is, right there. So that leaves, what was it? Green something? Green spark?
Green song.
Green song. Medusas are formed by curses. It's possible this is the third sister.
Hmm.
The plot thickens. Didn't even think of that.
I guess we could ask for a meeting with all three sisters before we agree to the job.
Could do that, but we wouldn't truly know whether it was or not. Medusas are sentient, are they not? I mean, we could approach this.
Depends on the curse.
Well, fairly certain Medusas are sentient.
Would any of us have the proper knowledge on? Actually, can I see if I would know anything about Medusas in the wild or such?
That would be a survival check.
Not a nature?
Sure. I'll take a nature check.
Boom shakalaka.
That's a nature check.
That's a
He
nature
is a
check,
bird.
all right.
Have you not critted a check yet tonight?
It's pretty nuts over here.
Where's my monster man?
Yeah. That's actually not. Don't kill yourself over there. Let's see. Here's what you would know about Medusas. They suffer an immortal curse. They usually lurk in quiet exile among the ruins of their former lives, surrounded by petrified remains of past admirers and would-be heroes.
You're muted.
I didn't say anything.
Oh.
I'm looking through the material to see what would be applicable here. They live forever, generally in seclusion. Their homes generally gradually fall into disrepair until they're little more than shadowy ruins covered with thorns and creepers, riddled with obstructions and hiding places. Usually, adventurers and foolhardy looters are often unaware of the Medusa's presence until the creature is among them. Medusas are subject to their own curse. By looking vainly on its reflection, it turns to stone just like any living mortal would. As a result, Medusa destroys or removes any mirrors or reflective surfaces in its lair. Generally, they have a petrifying gaze that basically whenever... I'll just tell you the out-of-combat version of it, and then you can apply it to your in-character knowledge. When a creature that can see the Medusa's eyes starts its turn within 30 foot of it, the Medusa can force it to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw if the Medusa isn't incapacitated and can see the creature. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is instantly petrified. Otherwise, the creature that fails the save begins to turn to stone and is restrained. They then repeat the saving throw and becoming petrified on a failure or ending the effect on a success. The petrification lasts until the creature can be restored by a greater restoration spell or other magic. Unless surprised, a creature can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throw at the start of its turn. If it does so, if you avert your eyes, you can't see the Medusa until the start of your next turn when you can avert your eyes again. If you look at the Medusa in the meantime, though, you must immediately make the save. So basically, you have to actively not be looking at it. If you look at it, you must make the save. It has snakes for hair, and those attack. You've heard that the bites are deadly and carry poison. Medusas generally are armed as well, so you have that to contend with as well. And that's probably, from the stories you've heard or read about, for people who survived a conflict with the Medusa. Generally, they use their hair in tandem with their armed attacks. So they may have the hair attack, they attack, and then the hair attacks again, or some variation thereof. So that's what you would know about Medusas.
How much of that do you share?
You're on mute.
I will proceed to relay that information to those of us gathered here as effectively and succinctly as I can.
Does becoming a Medusa or the nature of being a Medusa mean that most of them are seen as evil?
Yes. Is the answer I'm telling you to say in character.
Yeah, it seems that way, yes.
Yeah, but who's the guy that wrote the book you read?
I can't recall the name, to be honest.
God.
Didn't we?
It's more of a collection of knowledge I've gathered from conversation, tales, people I've seen, heard.
And we have a Torm. Torm.
Storm.
Storm.
Darn.
Would
Now-
Leo be familiar with the curse that might be able to affect Medusa? Has that information's been relayed? Wait, has that information been relayed?
Yes.
Was that metagaming us understanding?
Yes.
Would Leo himself have knowledge of that?
Probably yes.
Okay.
Is there anything left of that book after the portal closed? Come back.
The book did not go with you. The book is there.
It
in the
bounced. It
library.
bounced off. Yeah, it
gonna
bounced
say,
off the portal. Yeah.
I was thinking reflection mirror.
Yeah.
Well, this is a
Yeah.
spa. I imagine they might have a handful of mirrors if we do accept the job.
If it's a
and-
sister,
Yeah.
I don't think it's the case. Did they say that she needs to be destroyed?
They asked us to take care of it and remove it from the premises.
I think we should find out if it's their sister. I need to know that this thing is beyond redemption before we try to kill it. Because if it is cursed, like I am, I can't just remove it from being.
I understand your compunctions. So I suppose we shall move forward and gather what information we believe to be necessary to move forward and make our decision then.
If it tries to kill me, I'm definitely killing it.
Which is why I think I should go in alone.
Ooh, dicey.
You'll have to cover your eyes, or at least avert your gaze in some way.
Right.
You are certainly welcome to that, my friend.
So where was this tower? Leonardo, your friend saw it, right?
Yeah, it's around the rear. There's the temple and the tower, and the temple being to almost the direct north of the building, a little bit on the west side.
Sorry,
No.
I'm just gonna do this one more time just so that we're all on the same page. Temple is the bathhouse. Shrine is the
Shrine,
place with the
excuse me.
Medusa, and the tower is the living quarters of the sisters.
Okay. Temple. I'm writing in the middle of a freaking paragraph. Temple is bathhouse.
Yep.
Shrine is temple.
Shrine is shrine.
Thanks, Leo. That's my problem. Shrine is shrine.
Shrine is where the
confused
Medusa
again.
is.
Medusa.
And
Hellman's poor brain.
Tower is
tower,
sisters.
tower is sisters. Sisters
Okay.
living quarters, yeah.
All right.
Papa is you.
Right. So
Baba is
the-
you. Yeah.
Nice.
the shrine is just to the north here. Now it did seem to be sealed shut in mind that we still need to go back and see these sisters, and it might be worthwhile to try to verify if the third one might be able to make her appearance here. But
I'd agree.
there does seem to be perhaps one entry into the shrine, insofar as that there is a hole in the ceiling of the shrine. It's about a 30-foot drop from what I could see with Tika.
So I think you could drop, Tika could drop me off in snake as a snake, if need be.
Yeah, Tika. Well, I would.
We had an episode named
company.
Can a Raven Wield a Sword? And now I'm thinking of another episode named Can a Raven Wield a Snake?
See, I was thinking, why do we gotta have snakes on these MF and ravens?
That works too.
All right. So how do y'all think we should proceed?
I think we should talk to the sisters again and see if we can meet with all three.
See if you can get a ladder from them too.
I agree with Dryzen. Try and pull a third sister out.
Mephilis, your thoughts. You're the most wary of them.
That rope we have.
Yeah, that'll do.
That rope will do. I agree that speaking with the three sisters at the same time, I don't know that we can verify that
Also, though,
they're sisters,
doesn't
though.
one of you have the stone that lets you read their thoughts?
The medallion?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, of course.
Ha!
Good call.
You see that look? You see that look on his face? I love that look. That look of, did I not take that back from you guys like I probably should have?
And suddenly the stone dissolves.
No, you were supposed to use it. You were supposed to use it 3 times in there, and you used it once. I remember because I was like, "Wow, you picked the right person the first time." So yeah, that thing's got 2 uses on it.
Wasn't
I thought
there?
recharge-
Well,
Yeah, it wasn't there
recharge-
daily
a D4
recharge?
charges daily.
there's 3 sisters and 2 uses. So
Well, no, the
But
medallion of
it doesn't
thoughts.
detect
No,
the thoughts of a single
but-
person. It detects the thoughts of those in the area
It
around it.
casts the spell on
Oh.
you, and you can detect everyone's thoughts around you. It's pretty neat.
Yep. So yes, you have that. And that's where we're going to break.
In which
for
case, I
tonight.
think
Oh, suddenly
Because it is that
there's so
time.
much more prep work.
Mark's got some prep work to do for things he didn't account for.
I am chaos, and I rolled too well.
that is good. That is good that somebody remembered you had that thing. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, very nice. So, with that, we will end for this evening. We're going to raid out because I want to share the love with some other folks who deserve it. I'm going to check and look and see who is here. We'll do our standard. Oh, I know exactly who I'm going to raid. Perfect. We're going to raid OG Joystick Shinobi. He's awesome. He plays old school games, but also new stuff as well. And he's always a good dude, always a good time. So we'll raid there directly after this, but we're going to do our standard outro. So thank you, everybody, for watching, participating in chat, lurking, checking in. Appreciate all of you. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And don't game on just yet, because I gotta make sure I'm at the right thing. Okay. And hopefully my computer won't freeze. Be excellent to each other. Until next time. Oh, please work. Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Game
Come
on.
on.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I need you closer than ever, ever than before. My life is wasted if I can't spend it all with you. I've lived in total darkness, now you're my only light. When you're away, I feel like a shadow in the night. Hold me, and look into my eyes. You'll be staying always by my side. I'll never let you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me. I'll never let you you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me. I'll never let you go. No, I'll never let you go. You stay with me until the end of time.
You're watching HMN.
Approvals. A new feature from WeTrade.